degree Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius weather in their forests, out of fear that some inexperienced folks may cause fires. In North Africa, a region familiar with heat, temperatures were surpassing 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees Celsius. Too hot even for locals to continue to work. It's hard to ignore the reality that we humans are changing the climate, and we're adding pollution and waste into the Earth's system daily. Apparently, only 13% of the oceans remain unaffected by our plastic trash. That plastic has now entered our digestive systems. Yes, we are excreting plastic. And all this plastic waste, for what? Stuff? Stuff that supposedly makes our lives better, easier, and faster. But are we happier? We have offset the balance. Just as our bodies rely on homeostasis for health, the Earth does too. And many would argue that the stuff is not making us a happier species. It is just making us out of balance. Surely there must be a greater meaning in life than just acquiring things, accruing debt, and living on a hamster wheel in an endless pursuit to pay the bills? This may all sound quite bleak, but there are solutions on the horizon. Companies are looking to connect with a younger generation that wants business to have a greater purpose. Business is a powerhouse that can steer the economy and consumer behavior and the impact all that has on Mother Earth in a direction for the better. Business plays a major role in social and environmental problems. Businesses employ people, source materials from remote corners of the globe, and move millions of people and tons of cargo around daily. The business community can put us on a different path if we support the type of businesses that prize restoration over growth. The pandemic compounded this reality for us. While working from home had its comforts, it also led to thousands of Americans quitting their jobs, seeking change, thinking about the preciousness of time and what they want to do with their waking hours and healthy days. Ultimately, trying to understand their role in this larger web of capitalism. We have seen the results of business that is fixated on ROI, return on investment, and providing wealth to an elite group, its shareholders. Many people are fed up with this approach. Will it always be necessary to be a global force in order to be profitable? Will it always be necessary to build supply chains that favor only the few at the top to make the business a so-called successful venture? Certainly not. As I have been reporting on the evolution of this business landscape, I've seen it mature from the simple idea of buy one, give one, a model that utilizes philanthropy by giving away free product for every purchase, to a more nuanced examination of business, leading to the rise of the B Corporation, the benefit corporation, the purpose-driven economy. This is all part of a new lexicon and is a real challenge to the conventional thinking that business is primarily a profit-seeking enterprise. But to build a company with a purpose requires more than just writing a progressive mission statement and slapping up some inspirational quotes around the office. Political and corporate leaders say that we can build a more sustainable world, yet they've been trying since 1987, when the term sustainable development entered the lexicon in a 300-page document known as the Brundtland Report, published by the United Nations under the title Our Common Future. The report talked of building a more sustainable future. It listed the interlocked crises affecting humanity, including water shortages, drought, famine, pesticide runoff, and overdependence on chemicals. So can we really build a more sustainable world, given that we've been talking about the same issues for the past 3 decades? Everyone I spoke with for this book was pretty fed up with the word sustainable. Sustain what? This imbalance? Instead, these entrepreneurs want to rewrite the rules of business to focus on transparency, simplicity, compassion, and equity. If these values were upheld and put into action every day, we could begin to restore the balance, ecologically and socially. Let me be clear. There is no ideal solution. Humans create a footprint. It is in our nature to desire, lust, and run after what we do not have. Even many of the companies highlighted in this book acknowledge that they're producing a physical product that has a footprint, but they can do it without the injustices of the modern supply chain, without exploiting populations, without over-extracting resources, without damaging what we need for life itself, the Earth. Using the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, a framework of 17 global goals that call attention to the fundamental social and environmental challenges we face, this book looks at business models that address these challenges.